other thing is a deeply personal, deeply profound thing that I think anyone who's been through serious loss will find something that they share. Because
You know, there's so many of us.
Right.
I mean, all of you all are very young, and
Yeah.
God bless you and your families with long lives. But we've all had a sense of loss, and we've lost our loved ones, siblings, parents, spouses, and
Right.
it's always difficult. To me, there were two things. One of them, that I was so deeply sheltered up to that point,
Right.
that I knew nothing about like life. I
Yeah.
knew nothing. I was 31 years old, 32, and I knew nothing about how to handle my company, the business,
Right.
the economics, the monies. It was like till age 32, I'm ashamed to say I used to get pocket money. Like I used to come and say, Papa, I need money for this and I need money for that. And it was like I didn't have an account, I didn't know anything, couldn't even drive a car because I was so spoiled up to that point that everything for me and my mom were like two of his children he had. It was not only losing him, it was like losing half of yourself.
Right.
I felt I died along with him also because I felt like, what am I going to do? The other thing was the process, because he was an Arya Samaji believer. He didn't believe in ritual. He had asked for an electric a cremation. And to me, that was devastating because I felt like I'd put my loved one into an oven and brought him out. And I felt like that's no way. There's something about the ritual of the fire and the energy that it creates, the chanting. There's something about the sending off of the soul into the universe, which I think that custom kind of aids and assists. And of course, the anti of that is what the modern way of cremating is, the electric crematorium, the cremation, which to me was heartbreaking much more than the loss. It was the process. I couldn't deal with the fact that in a one slide in and slide out, my father was gone.
But it's the fact that you write about it. It's the fact that you'll put it out there. This is a very deep, it's a very personal thing. To my mind, there is a tremendous generosity that comes with the ability to share something that is this deep, where your reaction is that visceral, And so I suppose what I'm asking is, where does that come from?
There are two reasons why people talk about themselves, Anisha. One is if they're full of themselves, and one is because they feel the need to share so they can help. It's as simple as that. I'm definitely not full of myself. I never want to be. To me, the reason I share is because I feel I can make a difference. If I can touch one single heart, if I can make an impression on one single mind, my job is done as somebody who's putting out a memoir. When I talk about the electric cremation of my father, I know there are millions of others who possibly think it's a practical way. And I want to just share that they may not know that there is a psychological ramification that happens as a result of that. And I'm not religious, I'm not ritualistic, I'm not saying sit in a, I don't conform to those. And I just wanted to put it out there. And if I'm wrong, I perhaps will admit that I am. But to me, it's what I went through, and I felt the need to share. That's
Well, I think it's extraordinary.